Hi, my name is Geoffrey Favaloro and I work in private practice as a psychologist, also as a Reiki healer and Reiki teacher. For many years I've been working with helping people develop their psychic abilities, and one thing that strikes me particularly is that everyone I meet has some form of psychic or intuitive ability. It's really a matter of where you are on the continuum of having a small amount or a large amount, and how you can develop more of those abilities. For myself, I've often been, since childhood, aware of subtleties in unspoken words, in body language, picking up on feelings that haven't been spoken out loud, and developing a sensitivity to pick up on, the feelings of people, things that aren't spoken. Things would come into my mind, or I would speak out things, and why did I say that? And it's been the right thing to say. Sensing around people the things that are wrong in their body, and all these abilities fall into there's several categories. There's clairsentience, clairaudience, clairvoyance, and I'm probably more clairsentient in the sense that I pick up through feeling more and touch. I can feel through objects. I sit in a car, or go into someone else's house, and I'm picking up on the feelings or the vibrations there on a sentient or feeling level. Some people are more like clairvoyant in terms of seeing things, and sometimes I also get visions in meditation. Things will come to me, some sights, and sometimes these are symbolic. Like if I'm working with someone and have like a vision of a bicycle, it may not mean that they're going to go and buy a bicycle. It might mean that they had a particular relationship to a bicycle, or part of their earlier time in their lives a bicycle was significant, or there's certain feelings around that time of life. So I have to be very careful interpreting visions, and also working with our dreams. Sometimes they can be very symbolic and not quite literally what they seem. And this is where people get sort of caught out or tricked up. There can also be clairaudience, where I'm hearing things. Some people are more of the auditory nature and will pick up things from a hearing sense. Some people are more claircognizance, which means that they get thoughts about things. Not quite sure, they don't get a vision or a feeling, but a thought comes in. Now's the time to do this. This is going to happen next. So a direct thought will come. Might have a thought, someone's thinking about me, in which case they may well be. So we all have a sense of these subtleties, and what I'd like to encourage you to think of psychic abilities as of our subtle mind. Scientists now have pretty clearly established that like 90% of our mind is subconscious or out of our consciousness, and through hidden habits, our parasympathetic nervous systems and hormonal systems, a lot of things we're just reacting to. And that also includes a subtle mind, which is very difficult to scientifically check out and say this is it. But all of us have these certain abilities, and whatever yours is, then that's the way to work more on developing that subtle or sensitive mind. Because it is about sensitivity. It's about sensitivity to feelings, intuitions, and not ignoring those. When we grow up, we're told by teachers or parents, don't daydream, be logical. Our education system's about being rational and logical. And often those daydreams and subtle visualizations and feelings are a very, very rich field of information and knowledge. One way to practice this is like when you're looking at people around you, is to have a sense of what are they feeling. Try and check out through your subtle mind, what are they feeling? You know, like when you're walking down the street, someone will walk past, or you'll see someone and you go, wow, I think that's a very sad person or a very angry person. You sort of pick up on that in their feelings. And sometimes women are very highly developed around, say, subtly around sexual energy of someone. So wherever we are, we can develop more our sensitivity and to question that as much as possible. What is that person really feeling? What are they thinking? And check it out. Like if we have an intuition about something, check it out. Did it come true? If we have a feeling about, you know, which way to go, turn left or right in the road, which is the best way to go. As soon as we follow and trust our intuition more and more, the greater that subtle mind or sensitivity develops. I guarantee it. It just develops. And like picking up objects and just trying to sense out, you know, where were those keys? You know, who owned those before? The feeling of the person who owned those keys or that object. Tuning into that. So it's about not being lazy in a sense. It's about checking out and tuning in using your subtle or sensitive mind. And the more you do that, the more it's like a muscle. It's like going to the gym. The more you develop it, and so become quicker and quicker at it. In the workshops I've run on developing psychic abilities, I've had one exercise where people look at someone else's photo of someone another participant in the group, and just to check out whether they feel that person is happy, sad, if they had illnesses. And one of the exercises on my psychic CD, the many techniques I go through there, is on body and psychic surgery, where you actually move your awareness, and it's through the subtle mind, the imaginative mind, as you will, into another person's body and sensing how they're feeling in that body. What is the shape of their organs? Are there any, you know, spots that are weak? Could, you know, use strengthening that aren't so healthy? And each of us has this ability, whether we know it or not, and might have it in just small amounts. And the more you develop it, the stronger it becomes. And don't hesitate to ask people, you know, if you feel safe around friends or family. Say, look, I just sense, you know, do you get sort of an ache in your shoulder much or something? And the people are quite happy to say, you know, because you're showing interest in them, you know, say and tell you. And they might say, yeah, I've had a sore neck, you know, something. So that builds your confidence to trust that feeling. And it's not about being intrusive, and you have to be careful around, you know, how much you delve into someone and whether, you know, their permission, whether they want to, etc. And there are other issues to look at. But just if you get permission, practice and build that muscle, intuitive muscle. Finally, everyone has psychic abilities, whether it's clairaudience, sentience, cognizance, whether you can delve into as a body intuitive to look into someone else, whether you can astral travel. Each of us has some element of these abilities, but in some one in particular you'll be stronger in one mode than another mode. It's a matter of identifying that, number one, and two, practicing that and trusting that. And don't be put off. Sometimes we're wrong, sometimes we're right. Once I was walking in a path and in the park, and there's two paths left or right, and I said to my intuition, which path do I take? And I was really feeling drawn to the left path. So I followed that, and in the middle of the park, no one around, couldn't see anybody around. There's a $10 note just on the grass. So, well, there you are. That's a good affirmation back to trust my intuition. So I'm not guaranteeing you're going to find $10 notes, but good luck with it, and bye for now.